let's talk about performing and non-performing. Just give, for some people that are maybe brand new, they don't even really know what a note and mortgage is, what a performing or non-performing note or mortgage is. Kind of just give a little overview too, Donna. I know you're going to talk about this Thursday, but for those who maybe not even sure, hey, is this a topic I'm interested in? Why they would want to be there to learn about these notes and mortgages.
Well, I started out with the performing notes, and honestly, that's my favorite. I love them. They've always been my bread and butter. I can count on them, and I enjoy working those. However, I've also done more than my share of non-performing notes. I used to have a staff of 7 or 8 people, and we'd run a pipeline of 50 deals. And at that point, we were doing quite a few of the non-performing notes where we were working with banks and hedge funds and stuff like that. Um, you can make a lot of money on the non-performing notes. However, it's really important that you know what you're doing because you can also lose a lot of money on them. If you don't know what you're doing, like some people will just buy one non-performing note and they think it's going to be a home run, where normally you need to buy several of them at a time so that, because some of them will just not pay out or they don't work out like you planned and that kind of thing. Overall, non-performing notes, I do think you can make considerable money on them, but they are much riskier in comparison to the seller carrybacks. And you definitely need to have some cash behind you.
So basically, because the non-performing, let me just stop you for a second, Donna.
Yeah.
So the non-performing notes would be, when someone is not paying the mortgage, and it's in pre-foreclosure, foreclosure, and that's why the institution wants to get it off their books. They want to dump it.
Yes.
They really are not in the business of foreclosing and owning properties. They want to get them off their books. So that would be where you would buy the non-performing. And the performing notes are the ones that the person it's just a privately held note, right? And
yes.
They are performing and they're paying the mortgage. And so you're buying something that is solid, really.
Right.
For the most part. Okay.
I used to do a whole lot of non-performing notes, and without a doubt, you can make really, really great profits with them, but they are riskier, and you definitely need to have some cash behind you if you're going to get involved in the non-performing notes. Whereas, like with the seller carrybacks, you don't need any cash to get started, and you can make a lot of money on the non-performing. So I'm not performing notes, just flipping them.
So the non-performing, one of the reasons you would need more cash is because if you have to hire an attorney to foreclose to get that property back because they're not performing, you got to be ready to pay the bucks and wait a long time for that, right?
Exactly, but I will tell you that on most of mine, normally I'm able to negotiate and get a deed in lieu of foreclosure, so I don't have attorney's costs. But what I really have to be prepared for are if there are any tax assessments, if there are unforeseen repairs, if you might need to cut grass, you could get building orders, all kinds of stuff.
City fines, all those things because the grass wasn't mowed and garbage was in the yard or whatever didn't get done. Penalties, yeah. You're right. If they're not paying the mortgage, they're probably not paying much else. And it's kind of like anytime you foreclose on someone or you buy a foreclosure, it is kind of a tougher situation, right? I mean, there could be other things going on there that might make it more expensive. Got it.
So, okay. And you might decide that you're going to only buy non-performing notes where the people are going to stay in the house. And so you could do a modification of mortgage. Like, for example, if they're $20,000 behind, you could tack that on into the end of the note and restructure the payments. And a lot of people, they'll say, okay, well, that's going to be my method of operation. That's what I'm going to do. And they buy these notes, and then they find out that most of them, the people are long gone. Now they're stuck with the property that they have to repair, fix up, and sell or rent or whatever they're going to do with it. So I think the reason why they're more risky is there are so many unknowns.
Right.
So you really have to be prepared for just about anything.
Got it. So really, if you're going to buy non-performing, you have to be kind of ready for other aspects of investing that go along with it, which is great for someone like me. I like all kinds of real estate investing aspects, right? I like rehabbing. I like buy and hold. I like this note idea. That works well. But if you want to be like a hands-off kind of person, then maybe the performing is much better for you.
Absolutely. Also, you have a team of people. You could send somebody over to do the repairs or paint or, take care of whatever you need. But
Right.
as an individual investor who does not have other rental properties, who does not have a team of rehabbers or maintenance
Yeah.
people, you might think twice about it.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.